G'day all, really short video today. Didn't do one last weekend because we were out and about doing the family thing, which was much needed and awesome. Not a lot done on the bike, a little bit done on the settings, so I've got a workbench now, which is nice, which I've bodged together, chucked a bit of paint on, so it gives me a better space to work from. On the bike, I had a bit of a disaster, not last week, week before. Took it to work. It's all insured up and everything. Took it to work and it pissed fuel everywhere. And what I realised I'd done is I've left it on prime and it pissed fuel everywhere. And on the way out, because it was saturated, it ruined the gaskets on the float valves, on the float bowls. So what? Tried messing around with them, tried boiling them, get the fuel out of them, make them a bit smaller because they'd expanded. Kind of works. Had a tiny leak, so I bit the bullet and just bought new ones. About 15 quid I think for a set of 4. What it forced me to do was do the float heights properly, which I'm so glad I did, because as an old boy I was quite happy with this labouring and taking a bit of pissing around with a choke to start, but I've done the floats. I'm just proving it's cold. I'm not hard as nails. I don't know if I've got a thermometer, but anyway, now I've done them properly. First time, every time, perfect. No pissing around with a choke, no it labouring, pretending to be an old man. Yeah, so this is going to be my first ride on it since I've done it. However, something I'm going to take to future projects. Pay some time and attention on the floats. Piss around with all the jetting. I've been putting a lot of attention on everything else and pretty much ignoring the floats. I had done them before, but I kind of guessed. This time I measured, got them uniform. It's very difficult to find what there should be on this, but for the 125 it's 19.2. So I went for as close to that as I could manage, made sure all 4 were uniform, because even though I left it on prime, it shouldn't have leaked, it shouldn't have overflowed. The float valve should have stopped the flow of fuel before then, so that kind of put me in the direction of float valves, but they're now set and it just starts so much better every time. Not a problem. Previously I'd start it and I'd have to give it some choke for a few minutes, because as soon as I gave it any throttle, it would just bog out. Now it's just straight in, so I am well happy. And more importantly, somebody's going to buy this at some point, and I want them to have a reliable bike. I don't want them to be sat there waiting for it to warm up for 10 minutes before they can go to work, before they can go out for a ride. So yeah, a lot better. I'm just nipping to B&Q. So I'm going to stick the helmet cam on and give it a bit of a test ride. Now everything is juiced up and working. Cool, catch you later. Okay, so back on the helmet cam. I will try and remember to give a commentary this time, because I keep forgetting. And I will shout so you can hear me. Oh. Right, it's a cold start. Straight in 118. My arm earlier, there we go. People around here don't see bikes. This thing rides beautifully, it's so smooth. Driving. People just do what the hell they want. It's a brilliant place to park, mate, that. ZL600 engine on this, so it's a sport bike engine on a cruiser frame, and it feels like it just wants to go. I don't know how many there is. I don't know what the weight compares to, but because this is sat so low as a cruiser, it's so comfortable. nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Right, so there we go, an amazing bike. I freaking love it, and if it wasn't quite so low and I wasn't quite so tall, I would be keeping it. Fan kicking in, nice. Yeah, well happy. Might need to give it a bit more of a polish up before anyone comes around to see it. I might not bother. Just an amazing bike, well happy. Right, catch you later on.